First and foremost, before I start this, I just want to say to you guys that I love you so much. I had to write this in the comment section in the other video. I know sometimes I don't comment much. I know sometimes I don't like everyone's comment. I tend to feel bad when I don't like everyone's comment. Like if I like one person's comment, not the other person's comment, I feel bad. So I try not to like anyone's comments to avoid anyone feeling left out. But I just want to say that I do read your comments. Even if I don't comment back, I read them. And there's a lot of times I read your comments and I just smile, I'll cry, I'll talk to God about it. I'll smile, I'll cry. Sometimes y'all have me laughing, okay, like belly laughing. But I just want to say I love you guys so much. No matter how much, if you think that I don't care or I'm not seeing it, I do see it, okay? This message, this word that God gave me, it's very sensitive and it's hurtful. It's hurtful because when you love someone and you want to see the best in them, you don't ever want to see them going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? So the word that God gave me is some of you guys, past friends that God has removed you from, past friends that God did not allow to walk into the season with you. Some of them are dabbling in things that they're not supposed to be dabbling in. You know, like witchcraft, sorcery, and all of that stuff. They're dabbling in it. He didn't go into specific details, but a lot of you guys, when you guys were friends with these people, you guys were probably on the same path. Like you may have been into tarot, or you may have been into crystals, or whatever you were into. I know when I had specific friends, I was into that stuff too. But when I started walking with God wholeheartedly, I've always walked with God, but I'm talking about wholeheartedly, as in like obeying what he's telling me to do and leaving certain things behind. I noticed that around that time, I also lost a lot of friends who I thought were my friends, right? And realized they were not really my friends because we were on two separate paths. Some of you guys, you know, some of these people are still dabbling in this stuff, and some of them they're going down the wrong path. For some of you guys, you know, they probably weren't into this stuff when you guys were friends, and then once you guys separated ways, it's kind of like they fell into this stuff. And some of you guys, you know, you may have been into like I said, crystals and all that stuff, and they're still doing it. But here's what God told me. It's not normal. It's not just normal, like new age stuff. I was using that as an example. He told me that there's some past friends you guys have that are dabbling with like hardcore witchcraft because they're seeing that God is elevating you. They're seeing that God is pushing you forward, right? And like I said before, I just used all the other stuff as examples, but he mentioned that it's heavier stuff than that. It's not just I'm going to get a reading. It's not just I'm going to get a crystal. It's heavier stuff than that. Like they're actually doing spells. Some of these past friends you have are actually doing spells. They're actually doing like chants. They're actually doing things where you have to get tools and put things together and say specific words, and they're actually doing spells. So they see, and I'm not saying they're doing stuff to you. I'm not saying that because God never specifically said that. He didn't say that, past friends are doing stuff to you people. No, he never said that. He just said past friends are dabbling in things they're not supposed to be dabbling in. And he specifically said sorcery and witchcraft. And he specifically showed the hardcore stuff. And they're not he didn't say they're doing it to you, but basically what it is they're seeing God elevating you, and they feel like the only way to get to your level is to do this type of stuff, is to do spells to bring in more money, spells to bring in a lover, spells to break up someone, spells to this. They feel like they have to do this stuff to get to your level, not realizing that all they have to do is just wholeheartedly go to God, wholeheartedly follow God, and just change their path. But if you suspect a friend is doing something to you, this may be your confirmation, but he never specifically said that. He just says past friends are dabbling in stuff because they're trying to get to your level. And the thing about it is people don't understand that when you follow Christ, like I talked about in the other video, there's a lot of suffering involved with it, because the devil doesn't want you to follow Christ. Nobody wants you to follow Christ. Like, as in, like, people that are not following Christ, they don't like you following Christ. And a lot of people, they want to prevent going through that. So they feel like they want to be at your level, but at the same time, they feel like there has to be another way they can get to your level without going through the suffering of following Christ. And they're trying to skip that. And what they don't understand is that's a dangerous route to go down. You get what I'm saying? Because you can still receive blessings from God and it be authentic, but a lot of these people, they just don't want to do the work. They don't want to work as hard as you. They don't want to, and they look at you and they think that things are just handed to you. They think that it's not fair, not realizing that you actually work hard for whatever God is blessing you with, or wherever God is taking you. It's like, okay, I'm going to say it, God. He did say that a lot of your past friends are getting card readings on you guys, okay? He showed me this last night. Past friends are getting card readings on you guys. That's how they know what's coming in for you. Because they can see and they feel like if they do stuff, they can get to that level. So it's like they're trying to keep up with you without being around you, without being your friend. But at the same time, their route of going towards it is completely different from your route. Your route is, okay, I'm going to fight. I'm going to suffer through Christ. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to be obedient to God and etc. And then their route is, I want to pay someone to help me get it, or I want to do it through get what they have through sorcery. Like, you get what I'm saying? So there's two different, you guys are on two separate levels. But this is one of the reasons why God, these past friends, God removed you from them, because you guys are on two totally different paths. And for some of you guys, he may have even removed you from them because it would have been bad if you were still friends with them while they're into this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, like you may have had a friend that wasn't into that, and then as soon as you guys separated paths, they're all of a sudden like into hardcore witchcraft. They're a hardcore witch, as in like they're chanting, doing spells and all that. And it would have been worse for you if you were still friends with them, right? So God had to separate you ahead of time, knowing what was in store, right? So that could be part of it too. But yeah, some of your past friends are looking into you guys, and like I said, I'm not sure if they're doing stuff. You got to go to God with that if they're doing stuff to you. But they are looking into you, and they're trying to keep up with you, and they're trying to keep up doing things they're not supposed to be doing, right? One thing he mentioned to me, and I said this in another video, is just pray for them. Pray for them, and just pray that, God does lead them on the right path, and that they do wake up and they do see that that is not the way. You get what I'm saying? That is not the way. And that, pray that they get the help that they need spiritually from God, right? Another thing I want to mention is that what people don't understand is, I mentioned in the other video about being humble. One of the most strongest things and most humbling thing a person can do is, despite what you go through in life and despite what you endure, you choosing to do things the right way, you choosing not to be evil and mean, you choosing not to like manipulate what's meant to be from God. Like, you choosing to do things the right way, just doing that despite what you've endured. It takes a very strong and humble person to do what you're doing. It takes a very strong, humble person to keep your heart clean and pure. Because for someone to go from being good, or maybe not, they were never good. I'm not sure if your friend was good or never good. I'm not sure, right? Everyone's situation is different. But from a person to get into hardcore witchcraft like that, like chanting and spells and all that, their heart got converted along the way. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, and I know for a fact it sounds bad, but I'm telling you, like, the way he showed it to me, like, they're not doing good stuff. It's like they're doing stuff that evil people do. Do you get it? That's what I said. I'm not sure if they're doing stuff to you, but the way he showed it to me is they're doing stuff that evil people do. A lot of people are not strong enough to endure certain things and to keep themselves pure. You get it? It's like a lot of people will allow their pain to change them. They'll allow their turmoils to change them, to turn them cold, right? And that's what happened with some of your friends, is what God is saying. Some of your friends, they hate the world. They hate the world. They hate the way their life is. They hate things, and they feel like the only way to get to your level is to do certain things. And, so I just want to give someone this confirmation. I'm not sure who the message is for, but it could be for a lot of people. It could be for a lot of people. I just got like a notification when I said that. So it's probably for a lot of people. But anyways, I just want to give you the confirmation. Take it to God if you do suspect a friend's doing something to you. He never specifically said that, but he did say a lot of the past friends you guys had, their mindsets are really dark now. Like their mindsets are dark because they have this I hate the world mentality. And they don't know how you do it. They're wondering how you do it. They want to get to your level, but they don't want to do the work to heal, the work to change, the types of work that you're doing. It's like they're trying to find an easy route, but the easy route is not necessarily the good route, right? So just pray for them, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.